Velvet Vows and Bloodstained Promises. Chapter 1. The Man Everyone Feared. Rain had a cruel way of making the city feel haunted. It fell hard against the glowing windows of downtown towers, washed blood from alleyways, and turned expensive streets into mirrors that reflected secrets no one dared speak aloud. Lena Vale hated rain, because rain always seemed to arrive on the worst nights of her life. Tonight was no different. Her heels splashed through puddles as she hurried out of the publishing office building, clutching her coat tighter around herself. Her editor had delayed her for hours over revisions she barely cared about anymore, and now the city had emptied into darkness. Her phone vibrated. 3 missed calls. Unknown number. Again. Her stomach twisted. She ignored it. The last few weeks had felt strange. Eyes lingering too long. Men standing too still near cafes. The uneasy sensation of being watched. Maybe she was paranoid. Maybe exhaustion was finally eating her alive. Thunder cracked overhead. She turned down a quieter side street to avoid traffic. Mistake. The sound came first. A sharp voice. Then shouting. Then, a gunshot. Lena froze. Her breath stopped. Another shot echoed through the alley ahead. Panic struck hard and immediate. She turned to leave. Too late. A man staggered backward into view. Blood soaked through his shirt. Another man stood in front of him. Tall, still, terrifyingly calm. Black coat, black gloves, dark eyes that looked colder than the storm itself. He held the gun like it belonged there. Like violence belonged to him. The injured man collapsed. The taller one lowered his weapon slowly. And then, his eyes lifted, straight to her. Lena stopped breathing. The city disappeared. The rain disappeared. Everything disappeared. Except him. Those eyes. Unmoving. Calculating. Dangerous. She stumbled backward. Oh God. Run. 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 But her legs betrayed her. The man moved first. Not rushed. Not panicked. Measured. Certain. The kind of certainty that frightened people. The kind that buried bodies. He stepped closer. Rain slid down, dark hair brushed carelessly back from his forehead. You shouldn't be here, he said quietly. His voice unsettled her more than the gun. Low, controlled, almost calm enough to be gentle. Her lips trembled. I didn't see anything. A lie, and they both knew it. Something unreadable crossed his face. Behind him, another black vehicle pulled up. Doors opened. Men stepped out. Silent. Watching. Waiting for him. Waiting for orders. Her pulse exploded. This was bad. No, this was deadly. The stranger looked at her for a long moment. Then sighed softly. Almost tired. Almost disappointed. Unfortunately, he said, stepping closer, that makes things complicated. Lena backed into cold brick. Her heart slammed violently against her ribs. He stood impossibly close now. Too close. She should have screamed. Should have run. But fear rooted her in place. Rain traced slowly down the sharp line of his jaw. He smelled faintly of smoke, expensive cologne, and danger. Strangely, something about him felt devastatingly sad. Like exhaustion lived inside him. Like violence had carved itself into his bones. His gaze lowered briefly, her shaking hands, then lifted again. You're freezing. The statement startled her. What? He removed his coat. Before she could protest, warm fabric settled around trembling shoulders. Lena stared at him, confused, terrified. Why was the terrifying man being kind? One of the men behind him cleared his throat. Sir. The stranger didn't look away from her. She saw too much. Cold dread rushed through Lena again. Right. This was reality. Not kindness. Not safety. Her voice cracked. Please. Something changed in his expression. Something dangerous. Something conflicted. Then he spoke quietly. Get in the car. What? You can get in willingly, he said, voice calm enough to terrify her, or my men can help. A beat. Then, softer. Barely above the rain. I'd prefer the first option.